Hey everyone, and welcome! Have you ever looked around and wondered how the world changes? Well, today, we're going to go on a little adventure to find out how we humans are a big part of that change.
Okay, let's put on our thinking caps. I want you to think for a second. Has your neighborhood or your school always looked the way it does right now? Does the world around you, your environment, actually change? Let's find out together.
So, first things first, what in the world is an environment? It sounds like a big, science-y word, right? But it's actually super simple. It's just everything around us. The air, the ground, even the room you're in right now.
Check out this schoolyard. What do we see? We've got kids playing, some cool plants, and a big school building. All of those things together are part of the environment. It's a big mix of all kinds of stuff.
You know, scientists like to group everything into three cool categories. First, there are living things. That's you, me, plants, and animals. Then there are things that were once alive. You see that wooden bench? That was made from a tree that was once alive. And finally, you have never alive things, like buildings and roads and rocks.
Okay, now we get to the really cool part. We humans are amazing builders. We're world changers. We don't just live in the environment, we actually change it all the time to help us live better and safer lives. A lot of the time, it starts just like this, with these huge machines clearing the land. They move all the dirt and rocks around to make a nice, flat, open space where we can build something new. And we use that cleared land to build really important places that keep us safe, warm, and dry. You know, like our homes, our schools, and hospitals. This is called shelter. We also change the land to grow yummy food to eat. I mean, who doesn't love food? Look at these incredible fields. Farmers change the land so they can plant crops like rice, corn, and all kinds of vegetables for us. And it's not just plants. We also build special farms, sometimes with big barns and fences, to raise animals. And those animals give us food too, like milk, eggs, and meat. So as you can probably see, a lot of these changes are really helpful and pretty important. They help us get all the things we need to live our lives.
Yep, these changes give us homes to live in, plenty of food to eat, and things like roads and bridges to help us travel from one place to another super easily.
But this brings up a really big question, doesn't it? When we clear a place to build something new, what happens to all the trees, all the plants, and all the animals that were already living there? Well, while more changes are great for us, they can sometimes cause a few problems for the plants and animals that share our world. For example, to build our towns and farms, sometimes big forests get cut down. And when that happens, well, a lot of trees are gone and the land starts to look very different. A forest is a habitat. That's a really cool science word for a natural home. A habitat is where an animal or plant finds everything it needs to live. Its food, its water, and its shelter. And this is where the problem is. When an animal's habitat gets destroyed, it's kind of like their house has just been knocked down. They can lose their homes and have a really hard time finding food and a new, safe place to live.
But hold on, don't worry, this doesn't have to be a sad story, because just like we can cause changes that are a little harmful, we can also be amazing helpers and make really good changes for the environment.
And one of the very best ways we can help is by planting new trees. By doing that, we can help rebuild homes for animals and make our world so much greener. It shows we can help fix the problems we sometimes create. It's awesome. All right, are you ready to test out your amazing brain power? It's pop quiz time. Let's play a quick game of true or false to see what you've learned. Ready? Let's go. Okay, first question. True or false, we change the environment when we build roads and tunnels. What do you think? The answer is true. Building roads and tunnels for sure changes the land. Okay, next one. True or false? All human activities are harmful to the environment. What do you think about that one? This is false. Remember, some changes are super helpful to us, like building our homes for shelter.
And last one, true or false, things that were never alive, like buildings, are not part of the environment. Is that true or false? It is false. Everything around us, living or not, is part of our environment. You did an amazing job.
So, the most important thing to remember is that you have the power to be a helper for our planet. Every single one of us can make a difference, no matter how small. So I want you to think about it. What's one small, good thing you can do for the world around you? Maybe it's planting a flower or helping to recycle. Every little bit helps.